What's going on, guys? Today I am profiling my locals topping True King Dinosaurs. This is a really budget build. This is basically 3 copies of structure deck and like a Dark Hole, a Dogeron, and like 3 True King cards, and the whole deck is built, which is really good. And obviously some extra deck stuff. So we have the main deck, side deck, and extra deck. I'll show you all 3. So let's get right into it. Start off with, I run 3 of the big guy, Ultimate Tyrannosaurus. Some people run him at 2. In my opinion, he can be run at 2 if you have another True King card you want to run. You have Mash or something like that. But this guy, yeah, I run him at 3 because he is just ridiculous. You can summon him incredibly easy. You banish 2 dinosaurs, he's on the field. He's a Book of Eclipse. You can destroy one in your hand to turn everything face down. He attacks. You can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and a defensive monster he attacks is sent to the graveyard for 1,000 damage, which is just too good. And he's just, in general, he's just the awesome boss monster of this deck. So he's required. I think he's required at 3. Next, for True Kings, I run 2 of the Earth and run of the Water. I run Dinosmasher in this deck because he's level 4, and so it helps get the Water guy out. And these two guys help you banish from the extra deck if you have 2 Earth. And in this deck, I believe every card I run, with the exception of Miscellaneous, Megalosmash, all your babies are Earth, which is why I run him, which is really good. And he helps you banish. If you get 2 Water, he helps you banish from your opponent's spell traps, which is really good. So I run those guys, and they're all level 9, help you get into your True King of all calamities faster. So I run those guys. Then I run 1 Dogeron. In my locals, and I think in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, Kaijus are really popular out to most things. So I try, if I have to go first, which I want to go first in this deck, I try to make sure I have either him on field or something where, try to make sure I have him on field. If I can't make a really broke board first turn, I want to make him and Lagia. And then I have the out to the Kaiju. I have the Kaiju out. You can't Kaiju him or anything else around it. And I have Lagia to negate everything, which is really good, which is why I run him at 1. Then I play your search card, probably one of the best search cards. It's a Foolish Burial and a Rhoda, which is ridiculous. Soul Eating Oviraptor. He searches everything, any dinosaur monster you can search. You can either add it to hand or discard it into the grave. And you can target one of the level 4 or lower dinosaur monster on the field, destroy it, and then special summon 1 dinosaur monster from your grave in defense position. So you can, you have him. So use first effect. You have Lost World on the field. You summon him. They get a token. You put Dinosmasher in the grave on his effect. Right. You can destroy that token, bring him out. You write a Lagia or some version of that. Right, which is just really good. And he also searches everything, which is why I play him at 3. He's required at 3. And then I play 3 of this one, and I play all 6 of the babies basically. And this is really good. I think this is a great combination for this particular build. They all help you bring out other things. His effect, they can't attack, which kind of sucks, but they can. But yeah, you want to destroy these guys any way possible. And all the cards you have basically can destroy them and help you bring out more ridiculous boards, which is why I play all 6 of them. I think if you're gonna drop one, if you want another True King card, I would drop Pterodon over Babysaurus, because it helps you get out your rank 4s faster. And this whole deck is just a rank 4 engine, and you can run Totally Awesome if you want to. I don't have Totally Awesome, but you can. I run 3 Miscellaneous Sauruses. This guy is your protection card. If he's in your hand, you can discard, and during that particular main phase, dinosaurs you control are unaffected by card effects, which is really good. And your protection is level 4, and in grave you can banish himself and up to any number of dinosaurs you control, and special summon that level, but destroy it during end phase. So if you have kind of a bad hand and he's in grave, you can banish him and one other, bring in a Babysaurus, have it get destroyed in end phase, bring in another dinosaur, and kind of help you protect yourself, which is still really good. And he's level 4. Then I play 3 Megalosmashers. He's a water type, and 2,000 attack is still really good for a normal startable monster. He's water, helps you get your Water True King, and he helps you search out your level 4, so you can keep Miscellaneous Sauruses in deck or in hand. I had a game where having him actually helped me save Miscellaneous Sauruses in deck to search out later, so I can protect myself, which is really effective. So I run him at 3. And then I run the last dinosaur is 1 Tyranno Infinity. He's your OTK card. He's really good, and you get him late in game, you're probably going to have banished like 5, 6, 7 dinosaurs. I had a game, he's at 10,000 attack, and he won the game for me right away, which is just really good. Then I run 3 of probably one of the best field spells in the game. Lost World. It's just for dinosaurs. It makes the whole deck just ridiculous. You all the monsters in the field lose 500 attack and defense except dinosaurs. And then if a dinosaur is summoned, you give them a token, right? And they can only target that token with spell or with the card effect. So you can only target the token, which is ridiculous. And his effect token is if you have a normal monster, a normal dinosaur monster is destroyed, you can destroy a dinosaur from hand or deck. So it's so ridiculous. And on your opponent's turn, you can destroy Babysaurus, get a Solidity, and search your miscellaneous, then discard miscellaneous, and you have protection, and it's just too good. It's just ridiculous. And then I run 2 Terraforming to help search that guy. I was running 3, but I found that top decking him when you already have him on field is just really bad. So 2 is good because you're playing 5 with the field spell. You can run 3. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Then I run 1 Dark Hole. Board wipes are always help. And if you have a baby on field, activate his effect. It's a short card effect. You can search out bigger stuff. And I play 3 Fossil Dig. It searches your deck. So when you're playing, 6 search cards, which is just really good. It helps you get to all your things that you need, that you want to see, and you want to kind of go faster with. You open this up in hand, you can search anything. Any level 6 or lower. Then I play 2 Twin Twister. I hate back row. I think it's self-explanatory. I play 1 Barrier from Different Dimension. You banish so much in this deck that sometimes you need resources back in your hand or back in the graveyard to help mix things go, and he's a good card for that. And then I play 1 Swords of Concealing Light. This whole deck is all about putting your opponent's stuff face down. He does that, which is really good. And I was playing Zoo, and I made Dryden pop this card for his 1-turn pop effect because he didn't want to go face down, which has just really helped me out. Then I play 3 Quaking Mirror Forces. It puts everything in defense, and they can't change battle position, which is just too good. In this deck in particular, I only have the columns for the structure deck. I don't have the secret rares like I should. And I play 1 Call just to bring back stuff from Dinosaurs. Just bring back your big guy can be summoned from grave if special summon first, which is really good. For side deck, I run a full Kaiju Engine. I run another Dogeron on my side deck. 2 are the Sticky String because he's an Earth type, and then 3 Gamecill because it's a Water type, and then 2 Interrupted. This Kaiju Engine to me is the best one to play. They're all water, earth, and if you're the Fire True King, he's fire. So they all help you bring out your True King stuff faster, and you can tribute over problematic monsters. I tributed over a guy's Masterpiece with this, is tributed away with Gamecill, which was really good. Brought my own Dogeran and ran into it, and was able to get around Masterpiece right away because Masterpiece is a really good card, and I think that works. I think that's probably the best combination of these because it's earth, water, and fire, which is really good. And Interrupted Slumber is a really good board wipe. Which is good. Then I side deck one more of the Water True King. I side deck him if you run all 3 Gamecill and you keep in Dinosmasher, because then you have say 5 targets or 6 targets potentially to summon him and gain his banish effect, which I think is just really good. So I run him there. I run 1 more Tyranno Infinity. You never know when you're going to need the extra level 4, giant beat stick basically. You never know when you're going to need that. It can come in handy. I run 2 Flying C and 1 Max C. Flying C just for any type of XYZ heavy deck like Zoo. Throw us on Zoo, they don't have Barrage, they're kind of SOL'd. And Max C because it's the best hand trap. I think still, even with all the Ghost Ogre and Winter Cherries and all the other stuff that's coming out that's ridiculously broken. And then the last 2 are 2 traps. 1 Time Space Trap Pull, which is self-explanatory, which I think back to the hand or back to the deck. And then the last one is kind of a cool tech card I think for this deck, and that is Dark Mirror Force. Dark Mirror Force's effect is when an opponent's monster declares an attack, banish all defensive monsters your opponent controls. You run so many cards in this deck that require things to get banished, or someone needs to be face down. And this card can really, I put it in a Zoo, and I banished 4 of his XZ monsters, and that's ridiculous. All the resources are now gone, essentially, which is really good. Then for extra deck, I run 2 of the True King of All Calamities. I only went in him once, and he's ridiculously good when you can pull off get him out there, because your opponent can't do anything. His effect. You guys can read that. It says once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one material from this card and declare one attribute. This turn, all face-up monsters in the field become that attribute. Also, all monsters your opponent controls with that attribute cannot activate their effects or attack. Which is just really good. And another effect, if you're going to destroy for a True Draco or a True King monster from your hand, you can destroy your opponent's cards instead, which is just ridiculous. And then I run 2 Lagia, and one Dolka. I don't even use Dolka really, but he's there in case you're on 2 Lagia. This whole, after outside of these guys, everything is rank 4 basically, and he's really good. I mean, he's a soul on anything, and he's really good. Then I play 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. You never know when you're gonna need the extra, just kind of beat down. You know, taking 1 plus monsters and add attack to him. 1 Silent Honor Arc, a Cowboy, and then kind of a tech card. And this is Mastroke, the Symphony to Jin. Because you can attach 1 and turn 1 monster face down. And defense was really good. His other effect, you're probably never going to pull off. His other effect, you don't play anything else, is the face of the Gen XYZ monster you control will be destroyed. You can attach 1 material first monster instead. So you can kind of protect himself a little bit, but you're not really going to pull it off too often. And then I play I play a budget Utopia version. I play 2 Utopia. I don't own Lightning. I play Ray, and I play Prime. Not a great, I mean, if I had Lightning, I'd run Lightning, of course, but I don't have Lightning. So that's the whole extra deck. And that's the deck. I mean, this deck is essentially a budget build with the whole way it's built. The whole thing, I think, is only like, outside of extra deck, but even extra deck stuff isn't too expensive. All Calamities, I think, is like 50 cents a card. Prime isn't expensive. Utopia isn't that expensive. Mastroke, the Symphony is expensive. Cowboy's not expensive. Number 101, Silent Arc, again, is expensive. XYZ or Dragon is not. Dolka, I think, was like $2 when I bought them, and Lagia were each like $3, so it's, you know, not too expensive. And the whole deck is really fun. I mean, it's a deck that which, you know, if you go first or you go second, you can make these boards that are just insane. I mean, I had a game where I had him on field, had Dogeron, I had a Lagia, and I had a Babysaurus on the field to activate his effect to destroy the search on another thing, which is just ridiculous when you think about it. This is a really fun deck, and it helped me win locals, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you, if you would mind, please like, commenting, and subscribing to the video, and I will see you next time.